Hello and welcome. You're watching DD India and this is Express News, where we get you the day's top 100 national and international stories within 30 minutes. I'm Gautam Roy and let's get started. Celebrating India's diaspora across the world, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the 18th Pravasi Bharati Divas Convention 2025 in Indian state of Odisha's Bhubaneswar on Thursday. The theme of the PBD convention this year is Diaspora's Contribution to a Vikasit Bharat. Addressing the gathering while highlighting the outstanding contributions of the Indian diaspora, Prime Minister Modi said that diversity lies in the heart of Indians. The Indian PM also said that the day will soon come when Indian diaspora will fly on Made in India planes to attend the Prasar Bharati Divas. And Prime Minister Modi also inaugurated 4 exhibitions at the convention featuring the universal legacy of Ramayana, diaspora's contribution to technology and Vikasit Bharat, spread and evolution of Indian diaspora and heritage as well as culture of Odisha. The Vishwaroop Ram exhibition presents the timeless epic of Ramayana through art forms. Another exhibition showcases the contributions of the Indian diaspora to the development of technology in the world. An exhibition named Spread and Evolution of Indian Diaspora in the World displays the rare documents of people who had migrated from Mandvi in Gujarat to Muscat in Oman. The Indian PM also digitally flagged off the Pravasi Bharatiya Express, a special tourist train for the Indian diaspora. The 3-day Pravasi Bharatiya Divas began on Wednesday. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar said India has started its journey towards Vikasit Bharat or developed India. India's President Draupadi Murmu will attend the valedictory function of the convention in Bhubaneswar on Friday. She will confer the Pravasi Bharatiya Samman upon members of the Indian diaspora to recognize their achievements and contributions in various fields. Prime Minister Modi, while delivering a special video address at the Genome Data Conclave, termed Genome India project as a defining moment in the country's biotechnology landscape. 6 people were killed and around 27 were critically injured in a stampede at Tirupati Temple in the South Indian state of Andhra Pradesh late on Wednesday evening ahead of the 10-day Vaikunt Ekadashi festival. According to the chairperson of the Tirupati board, the stampede took place when a gate was opened to assist a woman feeling unwell, but the crowd surged forward all at once, leading to chaos. In the latest development, Indian Space Research Organisation or ISRO has announced the latest delay in the scheduled docking of SpaceX for Thursday. ISRO is yet to provide the next date for docking. A delegation of 16 young artists from Union Territory of Ladakh in India, comprising 13 female artists, an essay writer and 2 officials, embarked on a special journey to Delhi on Thursday. This delegation will participate in the Vikasit Bharat Young Leaders Dialogue from the 10th to the 12th of this month. The dialogue will foster national integration by bringing together youth from across India. India's holy city of Ayodhya is set to host a grand celebration, Pratishtha Dwadashi, from the 11th to the 13th of this month, marking the first anniversary of Ram Lala's statue being installed at the temple in Ayodhya. Now, talking about world stocks, a global bond rout eased on Thursday and the dollar held steady near its highest levels in more than a year, although stocks continue to fall with most Asian indices down on the day. The benchmark 10-year US Treasury yield eased to 4.6648% in Asia from an overnight peak of 4.73%, which was the highest level since April 2024. US S&P 500 futures pointed 0.2% lower after the cash index eked out a 0.2% gain overnight. Asian stocks fell on Thursday as weak China inflation and US rate concerns loom. Nikkei dropped 0.8% and CSI 300 also lost 0.3%. Hong Kong's benchmark Hang Seng declined 0.2% on Thursday. And Australia's S&P ASX 200 lost 0.24% to close at 8,329. South Korea's Kospi index advanced marginally to 2,521.9 after a volatile session, and the small cap Kosdaq gained 0.54% to reach 723.52. In India, the benchmark indices ended in the red. Sensex tumbled 528.28 points to settle at 77,620.21, while the Nifty plunged 162.45 points to 23,526.5. The Indian rupee recovered from a record low in early trade to settle 3 paise higher at 85.88 against the US dollar on Thursday. Oil prices were little changed on Thursday. Brent crude futures fell 6 cents to $76.01 a barrel, and the US West Texas Intermediate crude futures fell 5 cents to $73.27. US President-elect Donald Trump has said that Republicans are unified over how to move forward on his agenda once he takes office. Trump has also rejected the idea that there had been pushback over his expressions of interest in acquiring Greenland for the United States. South Korea's suspended President Yoon Suk-yeol's lawyer on Thursday said that President Yoon will accept the decision of the Constitutional Court, even if it means his removal from office. 3 Israeli soldiers were killed and 3 were wounded while fighting Wednesday in the northern Gaza Strip, the military announced amid several days of deadly battles in the area. The body of Yusuf Ziadneh, abducted by the Hamas on the 7th of October in 2023, has been recovered by the Israeli military from a tunnel in the southern Gaza Strip, according to the Israeli Defense Forces. Along with Yusuf Ziadneh, evidence suggests his son Hamza Ziadneh may also have been killed, according to the IDF's information. The Israeli military has placed new restrictions on media coverage of soldiers on active combat duty amid growing concern at the risk of legal action against reservists traveling abroad over allegations of involvement in war crimes in Gaza. The Hamas's armed wing, Al-Qassam Brigades, along with 2 other brigades, has claimed responsibility for Monday's West Bank shooting that killed 3 Israelis. A latest Russian strike on the Ukrainian city of Zaporizhia has killed at least 13 people Wednesday night. The Russian strike came hours after Ukraine launched an overnight strike deep inside Russia that set fire to an oil depot serving as an air base for Russian nuclear bomber planes. The Ukrainian military said on Thursday that Ukraine's Air Force shot down 46 drones, while 24 imitator drones did not reach their targets. Ukraine's Western allies met President Volodymyr Zelensky at a US base in Germany on Thursday, where Zelensky said that allies will have to cooperate more once US President-elect Donald Trump enters the Oval Office, adding that the incoming administration would bring new opportunities. US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin on Thursday announced a new $500 million military aid package for Ukraine at a meeting of Kiev's international supporters in Germany. An ambulance cylinder blast claimed 4 lives and injured 15 others in Bangladesh on Thursday morning. The cylinder exploded after the ambulance collided with a bus on the Dhaka-Arucha highway. The fire was brought under control after an hour by the Sabar Fire Service. Traffic remained suspended for several hours due to the incident. Taiwan's Navy has conducted 3-day-long combat drills ahead of the Lunar New Year. The drills involved 6 warships featuring emergency departure, simulated attacks and underwater rescue operations. Fighting at the Chad presidency has left 19 dead and several injured. Unknown assailants opened gunfire near the presidential palace in capital N'Djamena, sparking a battle on Wednesday. The Chad government spokesperson later said the situation at the presidency was completely under control. Fighting has come 2 weeks after Chad held parliamentary elections, which were boycotted by the main opposition. Venezuelans have been witnessing an atmosphere of tension and uncertainty ahead of President Nicolas Maduro's inauguration on Friday. Venezuela's opposition has decried arrests and they plan to protest ahead of the inauguration as well. Spanish Coast Guards rescued on Thursday 85 migrants when they were traveling 7 miles off the Canary Islands. Coast Guards assisted the sub-Saharan migrants disembarking at the port of Arguinguin on the island of Gran Canaria. Syrians returned on Wednesday to the National Museum in Damascus, which reopened for the first time after the ouster of former President Bashar al-Assad. The museum's vast collection includes tens of thousands of pieces ranging from prehistoric blades and Greco-Roman sculptures to Islamic art. Some artifacts at the museum date back more than 10,000 years. In the latest, Lebanon Army Chief Joseph Aoun has been elected as the country's new president by its parliament, breaking a deadlock that left the country without a head of state since October 2022. We're taking a quick break at this point and we'll continue Express News on the other side. Stay with us.
झूलता उछलता है दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया।
रिटायरमेंट प्लानिंग के लिए तेरा एसआईपी के बारे में क्या ख्याल है?
रिटायरमेंट अभी तो पूरी लाइफ बाकी है यार।
और तुझे नहीं लगता अगर रिटायरमेंट के बारे में अभी से नहीं सोचे तो आगे जाके प्रॉब्लम होगी?
पर रिटायरमेंट के बारे में सोचना क्यों है इतना जरूरी? जब तक आप रिटायर हो जाएंगे महंगाई काफी ज्यादा बढ़ जाएगी और आपकी इनकम वो तो रुक ही जाएगी। इसीलिए आज ही म्यूचुअल फंड्स में एसआईपी शुरू कीजिए और हर महीने थोड़ा थोड़ा करके धन इकट्ठा कीजिए एक कंफर्टेबल रिटायर्ड लाइफ जीने के लिए। अधिक जानकारी के लिए अपने वित्तीय सलाहकार से परामर्श करें। LIC म्यूचुअल फंड द्वारा निवेशक शिक्षा की एक पहल। म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिम के अधीन है। योजना से संबंधित सभी दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
Welcome back to Express News and let's get you more updates. Now, California wildfires have been wreaking havoc. Thousands have been forced to flee and 5 have been killed so far. Firefighters have struggled to save homes set ablaze. Up to 1,500 buildings have burnt down to ashes. Satellite images have captured from space which have shown multiple fires raging uncontrollably around Los Angeles, destroying hundreds of homes. The number of Californian homes and businesses without electricity have ballooned to more than 400,000. US President Joe Biden visited the Santa Monica fire station and received a briefing on the fire situation. Joe Biden pledged that the federal government would be available to help the area recover. Also, a new wildfire broke out in the scrubland in Los Angeles' Hollywood Hills, adding to 5 other blazes raging in the Los Angeles County. The Sunset Fire burnt near the Hollywood Bowl and about a mile from the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The LA Fire Department has issued an evacuation order for people in an area within Hollywood Boulevard. Within that area is the Dolby Theatre where the Oscars are usually held. All-out rescue and relief efforts are underway in China's earthquake which hit the Xinjiang province. The affected people have been evacuated and relocated with emergency services in place. So far, 46,525 quake-affected people have been moved to emergency shelters in 187 relocation sites set up in response to the quake. Snow and icy weather conditions gripped the Republic of Ireland, prompting weather warnings in the southeastern region. Widespread frost, ice and lying snow are expected to last through to Friday in some areas of Carlow. Schools in several counties were closed following the severe cold conditions in Ireland. Bus and rail services were also impacted as a result of the conditions which were most prominently felt in counties of Cork, Kerry, Tipperary and Limerick, as well as southern Leinster. A major winter storm is sweeping through Japan as well, with heavy snowfall. According to weather officials, snow has been falling mainly in mountainous areas along the Sea of Japan's coast due to a winter pressure pattern and a strong cold air mass. Snowfall up to 30 centimeters is expected in Japan's Shikoku and 10 centimeters in northern Kyushu till Friday. The officials have warned residents of avalanches and power outages. Snow blanketed an English town as a cold snap hit areas of the UK. Weather warnings for ice have been issued across areas in eastern and northern England and Wales. Snow also carpeted parts of Belgium on Thursday. The snow is not expected to create major traffic disruptions, but flights have been affected by delays and cancellations. The winter chill also intensified in most parts of North India as night temperatures in the Kashmir Valley settled below 0 degrees Celsius. Snowfall in the last 24 hours transformed the valley into a picturesque winter wonderland. India's capital, New Delhi, braces for colder days as the minimum temperature is expected to dip sharply by Friday. The city is also likely to see light rain over the weekend. Temperature forecast for January shows monthly minimum temperatures are expected to be above normal in many parts of India. Caravan parks emerged by floods after heavy rain lashed areas of the UK earlier in the week. Leicestershire's Fire and Rescue Service said it had received 200 calls from distressed residents caught in the flooding waters. Heavy rains have triggered devastating landslides in the Bolivian town of Tacoloma, damaging homes and public infrastructure. The deadly rains have already claimed 16 lives, including 2 infants. The rainy season in Bolivia runs from November to April. As of now, over 5,000 families have been affected by the severe weather, requiring urgent humanitarian assistance. Prayagraj, one of the sacred pilgrimage sites in North India, is gearing up for the Mahakumbh fair in 2025. The fair begins from the 13th of January. Ahead of the world's largest religious gathering in Uttar Pradesh, a comprehensive traffic plan, including an AI-driven smart parking management system, has been put in place, and there are steps that have been taken to prevent overcrowding and monitoring of entry points. Preparations are underway for the 3-day International Camel Festival in India's western state of Rajasthan. The festival is scheduled to begin from the 10th of this month in the district of Bikaner. The International Camel Festival in Rajasthan showcases enthralling heritage walk that displays folk culture, captivating both domestic and foreign tourists. The western state of Gujarat is preparing for its popular International Kite Festival from the 11th to the 14th of this month to mark the festivals of Makar Sankranti and Pongal. A giant panda cub in China's Sichuan province experienced snow for the first time. The cub, with eyes wide with wonder, watched in fascination as snowflakes gently fell. And twin panda cubs born in Berlin Zoo this past summer were moved to a new play area on Wednesday. The panda sisters were seen climbing and crawling onto everything in their sight at the play area. The panda cubs born in 2024 were recently filmed engaging in playful activities at the Chengdu research base of giant panda breeding in southwest China's Sichuan province. In one of China's coldest towns, people danced to disco music amid snowfall. Hundreds wearing thick winter clothes danced to music at a snow disco event in Mudanjiang city. The snow disco finale saw a fireworks display that lit up the sky at 3 to 1, and adding to the festive atmosphere was a traditional dragon dance performance that captivated visitors. The National Science Centre in Delhi celebrated its 33rd anniversary on Thursday with the inauguration of its latest gallery, Digital World. The ceremony witnessed enthusiastic participation, especially from school children. The latest gallery, Digital World, under India's Ministry of Culture, offers an immersive educational experience showcasing advancements in digital technologies. A South Korean company is digitizing books in real time using artificial intelligence to provide an immersive reading experience. The new platform, called Book Story, scans a book, detects its contents, and then converts it into an audio or text version instantly. Book Story can also generate a song about the book using the song mode. It will be available for purchase in March 2025. An emotional support robot designed to combat isolation, anxiety and depression was shown at CES 2025 in Las Vegas. The robot is named Romy. Romy Robot's interactions aim to reduce feelings of loneliness, especially for those who might spend long periods without social contact. It greets users in the morning, welcomes them home after work, and engages in casual conversations like asking about the day's events. Sports now. Smriti Mandhana-led India will take on Ireland in a 3-match ODI series starting on Friday. This is India's first ever women's bilateral series against Ireland. New Zealand batter Martin Guptill has officially announced his retirement from international cricket on Wednesday. Australia announced a 16-player squad for their 2-match test series against Sri Lanka, which will begin on the 29th of this month. Hyderabad Tufans registered their first win of the season by beating UP Rudras 3-0 on Wednesday. The Vedant Kalinga Lancers is set to lock horns with team Gonasika in Rourkela on Thursday in the Hockey India League. In Malaysia Open Badminton, Indian shuttler HS Pranoy lost to China's Li Shifeng 21-8, 15-21 and 23-21 in the men's singles pre-quarterfinals in Kuala Lumpur. England Hockey announced a new policy that will prohibit transgender women from competing in the female category from next season. Lucas Bergwall secured Tottenham a 1-0 victory over Liverpool in the first leg of their League Cup semi-final. Youth starlets Gavi and Lamine Yamal fired Barcelona into the Spanish Super Cup final with a 2-0 win against Athletic Club on Wednesday. West Ham United have appointed former Chelsea manager Graham Potter as their new head coach to replace Julian Lopetegui after a 4-1 thrashing at Man City. Serbian tennis star Novak Djokovic defeated Alexander Zverev in an entertaining exhibition game ahead of the Australian Open. Yannick Sinner begins his Australian Open title defence against Nicholas Jarry, while women's champion Arina Sabalenka takes on Sloane Stephens. The only Indian at the Australian Open, Sumit Nagal, will be up against 26-seeded Czech player Tomas Machak in the opening round. 3-time Olympic champion Katinka Hasuzu, who is also known as Hungary's Iron Lady, has retired from swimming at the age of 35. And Albert Popov has claimed his first ever victory in the Alpine Skiing World Cup after surprising the field in Wednesday's slalom in Madonna di Campiglio. And that's all we have for the moment in Express News. I'm Gautam Roy, and from my team and everyone else at DD India, thanks for watching and keep watching this channel.